Hey guys, and welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and the fabled Bunny Day event in Animal Crossing New Horizons has returned. Now, you might have heard a lot about this event in 2020, but it has come back this year in 2021, and there are actually some really interesting changes. So even if you played it last year, there are some new things here for you to discover. I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks that you should know about for this Bunny Day, so if you're excited for this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on those channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos. Now, when you log on the 28th of March, Isabelle is going to let you know that Bunny Day is just a few hops away, and what she means by that is the actual Bunny Day event will be happening on April the 4th, but leading up until then there'll be some fun little activities that you can do to get eggs and to get new DIY recipes as well, and even brand new items and dialogue from your villagers. So there's quite a lot going on. Bunny Day wasn't the most popular event last year, but I think this time around, given that it's a bit shorter and that it's not so close to the release of the actual game, I think players are actually going to enjoy it a lot more. It does seem a little bit better this time around, so I'm going to be discussing all of that in this video. Now, what you're going to want to do when you start up the game is go find and talk to Zippity Bunny. Zippity Bunny is the host of the event, and Zipper is basically going to let you know that you can find eggs around the island and you can use them to craft Bunny Day themed recipes. You'll be able to get eggs from the sky, from the water, from trees, from chopping trees, from rocks, from the ground, from your villagers. There's lots of different ways to get eggs in the game, and of course these are all going to be used as crafting materials in order for you to be able to get all of the new items. So if you want to unlock a ton of new items, Bunny Day has a ton, and as you can see there are 6 types of eggs hidden around the island, and you're going to need all of them if you want to craft everything. So it's quite a big ask. There are a ton of new recipes to collect. If you played last year, you probably have most of them already because it was quite a long event. This time around, you actually have less time to collect everything though. But don't worry, Zippity Bunny will lend you a hand by actually giving you some eggs, and yeah, it's not too difficult to get a hold of everything because eggs are literally going to be everywhere around your island, and so are the DIY recipes. Now, as you can see, like I mentioned, you can find them in many various ways. For example, a good way to find them will be to get them from the sky. You can use your slingshot to get sky eggs. Of course, getting them in these specific ways will only yield you specific types of eggs, so keep that in mind when you're actually hunting for them. Now, another really good tip is if you're hunting for eggs in the water and you see these medium-sized fish shadows, they are most likely going to be the water eggs. From experience, the water eggs are never the tiny or really massive shadows. So as you can see here, I went for a sort of medium-sized shadow like you saw, and I got a water egg. So that's just kind of a good little tip that might help you get a hold of some water eggs if you do need them. You might find yourself going kind of mad by getting all of these eggs when you're just trying to do normal things like getting resources and fishing and such. It is a little bit frustrating, but don't worry, it won't be here forever, so just get the eggs whilst you can. You can sell them too for a profit. Now, another really easy way, and probably the easiest way to get some of these eggs, obviously from a tree as you can see here, is literally just shake the tree. On some of your plain trees, you'll actually find eggs. So make sure you've got some plain trees planted around your island. If you don't, I don't think you're about to get these. I'm not sure if they override fruit trees or not. They might do, but I have a feeling they don't. So I would probably recommend planting some normal trees. You're going to want some regular hardwood trees anyways because the cherry blossom season is coming up, and you won't be able to get those cherry blossom pink trees if you don't plant the standard regular empty trees. So I definitely recommend during this period plant as many regular trees around your island as you can. It'll yield you some eggs and it'll help you with the cherry blossom season that is coming up as well. So it's definitely worth doing. Now, a really cool new way to get eggs for this Bunny Day that has just been introduced in 2021 is that your villagers will actually come up to you sometimes, like you saw Bob doing, and give you 5 free eggs. So that's really cool. It seems random what type they'll give you each time. If you want to get your villagers to come up to you more often, I recommend going in and out of buildings when you're near them. That could perhaps trigger them to actually come and talk to you. They're not going to come up to you all the time, so it might be kind of difficult to get this little interaction, but I kind of got it right away, so I'm guessing it's not too hard to at least get some free eggs from your villagers. So if you are struggling to get free eggs, then this is a good way to go about it. Now, let's talk about DIY recipes, because like I mentioned, there are absolutely a ton of them to collect, as you can see, and you're going to need all kinds of different eggs if you want to get literally every type of recipe in the game. So what I can recommend is going to the beach to pick up bottles. You'll see special Bunny Day themed bottles that'll have eggs in them. Talking to your villagers, they'll give you DIY recipes. And a really good way to do it, honestly, is just to collect eggs. The more eggs you collect, the more Bunny Day recipes you'll learn. Because it's kind of an interesting mechanic where when you actually pick up the eggs, the game will kind of say to you, I've got an idea. You might not see that sort of thing too often because we're kind of used to actually picking up DIY recipes. But there are different ways to learn recipes like that one I mentioned. So if you do want to get more Bunny Day recipes, that's what I recommend. You probably won't struggle too much to get them though, and if you want some free bonus ones, make sure you do log on April the 4th, because Zipper T Bunny will give you special recipes on that day as well. So you're definitely not going to struggle too much to get your hands on an absolute ton of different recipes. There are so many. I'm personally not a huge fan of some of them, but one thing I really do love is the brand new 2021 Bunny Day items that you can get from Nook's Cranny. There are, I believe, 5 new items that you can get from Nook's Cranny each day, so I definitely recommend going there and purchasing them. In my opinion, these look a lot better than the ones we got last year, and these are exclusive to Nook's Cranny, so if you don't get them during this time period, you'll probably have to time travel back or wait until next year, provided they are there next year. So I definitely recommend getting them. I really love them. I love the planter so much. That's my absolute favorite new one. And the bunny topiaries. There's so many great new items to get for Bunny Day this year, so definitely go out and get those. They're not too expensive either. Sadly, they cannot be customized. A lot of people asked me about this when I first showed them off. These cannot be customized, so you know, don't try it because it's not going to work. It is a bit of a shame. I kind of wish we had versions without the eggs on them, because then it sort of makes them specifically Bunny Day themed. But to be honest with you, they look good enough to kind of display all year round. Most of them do anyways, so you know what? Definitely get these items because I think they're really, really great. Now, one more interesting change that I want to mention before I ended off this video is that apparently you can't actually time travel back to Bunny Day 2020. I tested this out myself and it seems to be true, so yeah, I guess Bunny Day 2020 is no more, which is really interesting. Perhaps it's because they've changed a lot of things here in 2021, but that could perhaps mean that any events that happened last year won't be time travelable once they happen again in 2021. So if you want to access any of those, I recommend doing it before it's too late. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed checking out these Bunny Day tips and tricks. It's been a lot of fun to take a look at all of the new details this time around and see which ways are most efficient for getting eggs and DIY recipes. So I really hope you enjoyed, and if you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know that you did. If you want to help support the channel, click the join button down below the video to become a channel member. You can get a whole bunch of cool perks for doing so, like exclusive emojis, a badge by your name, and exclusive content, so definitely check that out and consider joining up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like for more Animal Crossing content. You can check out my links and my merch in the video description, and you can check out 2 more videos on the right side of the screen. So definitely be sure to check those out and get more Animal Crossing content. Thank you for watching.